So not everyone using our software would put cost information. Probably a minority of people, certainly a large majority of people would do something with resources, and obviously everybody is also creating a plan at whatever level of detail in the beginning. But if the project goes ahead, you're going to spend more time tracking and updating the project than you are in creating it in the first place. And Power Project is particularly good at progressing. So we've got a progress view, a window that we've created previously, and this gives us further information about our activities. And before we start to make a plan, we need to do a couple of things. Before we start to progress a plan, we need to first of all create a baseline. We need to click on the project tab and click on the baseline manager. I'm going to take a snapshot at this moment in time. We're going to create one of potentially many baselines that we might make in the future. So this is perhaps our original plan. And if we just click on finish, it's going to create a duplicate copy of that. It's going to put it in a list, and we can choose an appearance for that if we wish. And so we might have down here one every month, for example, so we can see the history of how we came to be. So now, on the plan, we've got two activities. We've got the original one and a yellow one. If I cannot edit the yellow one, I can only edit the existing one. And that allows us to make a comparison between one item on our plan and what we originally said we would do. So here on the demolition, this is likely to end 5 days after we originally intended. So it allows us to make a comparison. The second thing we should do is we should create a drop line, a progress date beyond which, after which work hasn't happened. So if we go to our Library Explorer again, a unique feature of Power Project is the ability to have multiple progress periods. So in this particular circumstance, we're going to have progress to the end of March 2013. So we're going to go to the end of the month, and we're going to make this a blue line and shading period. We've got lots of different line sides, and unlike something like Microsoft Project, you can set the line width. But unlike anything else, including Primavera, I can have a different progress period for each, in this case, month, but that could be a weekly situation. So it just means that you can remember the information at any part of the plan. So we've made our progress periods, and if we go back to our plan, we can then display those on the body of the chart. So if I go to Format Bar Chart, I can choose which progress periods I wish to see on screen. And I can choose those by saying, well, work has commenced and we're now working to March 13th. So the screen changes, the blue line marches across the screen, and we've got more information on our spreadsheet, and the plan % field, we can see how much work should have been done when the blue line passes through the original baseline. And so in this way, we're forming the basis for very detailed earned value analysis. So I can then say, well, either by remaining duration or actual finish dates or percentage complete, I can say what's happened to any particular item. So we finished that one early. We started this particular item late, so that's the 12th of March when we started that. And we take an activity, and unlike other activities, we have multiple resume and suspend dates. So this activity is what remains to be done. There's perhaps 5 days remaining. We started it on the 13th, the 12th of March, and it took us 10 days work, but we've had to stop work, and we can see the impact of that now on our plan. So we can reschedule that. We can see the impact. We're going to be a day late on some of these items. Is there anything we can do about it? And perhaps we're just recording it at this situation. And then time moves on, a further month passes, and we now have moved on to our next progress period. So we get the orange line, and now our plan % complete is where the orange line passes through a particular baseline. So this item here, 80% of that should have been done at that particular date. So we can then say that, well, we've done 100% of this activity, but we didn't finish it until the 9th. So we can keep an exact record, an exact as-built program of what happened, and we can do a more accurate plan than is possible in other systems. So here we might have had a good month, we make some progress, we can reschedule and see the impact. So we've now pulled some time back, we're a day early on these activities, and so you can monitor the project as it progresses. We've got other tools that allow us to see that in other ways. We can do cumulative graphing, so we can see how much of any particular plan should have been done and how much remains to be done for the overall project, not just for an individual portion or an individual or a whole scheme. So here we have a progress graph in Excel. The red line is what we've done. The mauve line is what we said we would do originally. So cumulatively, we have we are 2 days behind schedule, which is 1.66%. Sorry, ahead of schedule, 1.66 ahead. So we can graphically show the impact just by activity days or earned value, how the project is progressing overall. So the progressing abilities of Power Project are second to none.